The Project Research Institute in Enugu was established in 1971 by the defunct East Central State Government. It was, however, taken over by the federal government in 1977 to avoid the balkanization of the institute following the splitting of East Central State into Anambra and Imo states in 1976. Proda, which is one of the oldest research institutes in Nigeria, was established to facilitate the development and deployment of science and technology apparatus to enhance the pace of socio-economic development of the country through appropriate technological inputs into productive activities. It is charged with the broad function of generating and catalyzing industrialization by carrying out industrial research from the laboratory stage to the pilot plant stage, and by rendering consultancy services to governments, industry and individuals. The consistency of Proda's mandate with BOI's agenda of transforming Nigeria's industrial sector prompted the bank's visit to the institute, during which Proda's acting Director General and CEO, Engineer Charles Agulanam, highlighted some of the efforts the institute has made in producing equipment and machinery for processing of Nigeria's vast agricultural produce and solid minerals.
We have been involved actually in helping industries, especially we have what they call the world-based cluster programs, and it is intended actually to take to the grassroots some of the developments we have in respect of R&D products. We were able to make some efforts in pencil production. Pencil production, when you hear about pencil production, a lot of people think it's a very simple thing because of the cost of pencils. But there's nowhere in Africa that pencils are produced. We import all pencils, either from China, from Europe, from Taiwan, or all those places. That's where most of the pencils used in this country, and in fact, the whole of Africa depends on importation. And what are the major raw materials for pencil production? You have the graphite, which is in commercial quantity in various states of the country. You have the clay is available, and of course the wood, the wood that will support the package, the pencil lead. So we were able to use our local materials to produce. Those pencils are handmade here. So we actually have a number of equipment that could mechanize this production.
Engineer Agulanam assured BOI's MD of the Institute's readiness to partner with the bank.
In the area of machine fabrication, this institute does not have fears. If it is custom made or a production of what we already have, so we accept. So it's not a matter of that. We like the challenge because we have research personnel, engineers that can work on particular challenges and get some results. We can really fill a gap. We can really fill a gap. There's a gap because most of the time, most of the problems of the research institute is to transfer their technologies to the public. And if we have a window where we could do that at a reasonable, mutually related collaboration, it's as good as our dreams coming true. Thank you very much, sir.
In his response, the MD of BOI, Mr. Rashid Olaoluwa, commended the institute and explained why the bank is desirous of working with Proda.
When this management team was inaugurated recently, one of the things we highlighted as a key strategic imperative for us is to bring to play the linkage between innovation, technology, and industry. Because we realized that over the years, Nigeria has established a number of research institutes, which are important innovation centers. These institutes have come up with a number of ideas, a number of technologies, but it appears that the industry was not linking up to those innovations to be able to adopt them. And exactly what you said, sir, when you said that sometimes you have the technologies that's patented, but you don't have people that will come and adopt them. But I'm very glad that you mentioned the fact that your theme is industrialization through self-reliance. And I'm pleased that you actually have a lot of technologies. For instance, you mentioned the pencil production, the cassava peeler, the palm kernel cracker, the palm kernel oil extractor. These are, important technologies for, especially the last three, for our agro-processing segment.
He then suggested a roadmap for the partnership.
For me, the technology is already there. The challenge is, how do we promote the technologies? How do we bring it to market? How do we link the technologies to the people who actually use it to commercialize it? The other issue that you mentioned, which I found interesting, is the fact that you have people here who have the fabrication skills. Because that is something that in Nigeria we need to improve upon. And since you already have that core competence, we need to find a way to leverage on that. Recently, we were having a discussion with Furo, and apparently they have some kind of alliance with fabricators. Small scale fabricators, and we're trying to work together to see how we can actually bring expertise from abroad, that will come to Nigeria and help to refine the fabrication skills of the domestic fabricators. So we probably need to explore the possibility of bringing Proda also on board that scheme. The whole idea is we want to spread the skill. We want the skills to be available in as many locations as possible, so that when we fabricate equipment, the equipment look like, you wouldn't realize that they are made in Nigeria. And then lastly, I would just like to mention to you that recently we launched a product that's at the Bank of Industry. We call it the Cottage Agro-Processing Fund.
Cottage Agro-Processing.
Cottage Agro-Processing CAP Fund, CAP. It's a 5 billion naira fund. It covers a lot of the products that you've highlighted. Palm oil, cassava, rice, tomato, shea butter, etc. So a lot of products. And for every state of Nigeria, we've identified 3 products, that are priority products for that particular state. All the 36 states are covered, including FCT, and I believe that we will need to begin to include Proda as people who can supply entrepreneurs with the relevant technology to be able to take advantage of this CAP fund.
Thereafter, the BOI team was conducted around Proda's facilities. At the end of the tour, the 2 emerging development partners gave their impressions of the visit.
We are quite excited by this visit because this visit is a window to the Institute to be able to start to impact positively on the economy of the country. And we do have a lot of research products on our shelves, but we think with this coming, we'll be well guided in trying to disseminate some of the technologies we have here and some of the R&D products. Honestly, at the time we were really given a brief on the possibilities of assessing funds or helping people who are involved in cottage or other industrial setups to obtain funds for their industries. We're happy because we are sure we can give legs to some of the proposals we already have on ground. Our machines will make them possible for entrepreneurs who are interested to get into business to assess them and also possibly access funds to support their industrial endeavors. We've not had this kind of support, and that's why I said we are excited that something like this is happening now. I think the government seems to be doing what is right now, because with this window, like I said, I think we can start to reach out much more than we did in the past. To reach the business people, the public, the entrepreneurs who are interested in this product.
We were at FIRO actually 2 times in the last 3 months, and we're also here today at the Project Development Institute, Proda in Enugu. So you can see strategy in action. It's a deliberate strategic step we're taking to ensure that there is a very good practical linkage between the centers of innovation and in industry. So to my greatest surprise, I discovered this afternoon that Proda, just like FIRO, has also developed a number of technologies over the years. And in addition to discussing in theory, we actually went to the workshop and we looked at some of those technologies. And we actually saw people coming here to take those technologies and setting up businesses in so many parts of Nigeria. Some of these technologies include the cassava, the processing equipment, the corn flour equipment, the palm kernel cracker, palm kernel oil extractor, etc. In addition to the agro-processing, they're also into other technologies. So for instance, they can make pencils, and this is actually the only country, if we actually can commercialize that technology, it will make us the only country in Africa that produces pencil, and with a huge population, 170 million people, a lot can happen. So one of the things that we discussed today is how can we promote these technologies? How can we ensure that the technologies are adopted faster and wider, than they are currently? We also discussed about the BOI's Cottage Agro-Processing Fund, which we launched recently. Proda is also going to be one of the equipment suppliers to ensure that people who want to process Nigeria's vast agricultural produce can come to Proda and also adopt the technologies to ensure that those products are processed, to final food products or to intermediate raw materials for industry. So we are really excited. This is a journey. We've been to FIRO. We are now at Proda. I think you should watch out for more.